So I wanted to just give you a quick rundown of how I put these leather covers on my chainsaw. It's a square piece of leather and it's a handle that bends in two directions. Leather bends really well in one direction, but then you try and bend it again and you might get some bulging in the back here. And I just want to show you a few tricks that I found to kind of make that leather lay down. So first of all, take your cordage, just light it on fire and roll it between your fingers. It'll put a point on it so it's easier to thread. Basically, I've got this saw in the vise here. I've wrapped the starter cord around the carb just so it's out of the way. So then you can take your leather, kind of just roll it between your hands here. It'll loosen it up a bit. And then basically just hand form it around the handle. It doesn't really want to take that shape, but we're going to kind of make it once it's tied on. So just kind of force it to take that shape a little bit. You'll feel those bulges I was talking about. Grab onto it and just kind of twist it and it'll kind of seat in there. And you can take your cordage and just start lacing from the top. I like to go over the top here. And then just make sure you have an equal amount of rope on either side because you'll start running out if you don't. And then just start lacing it. I like to start on the same side each time. It just makes it look a little cleaner. Come in from the back side. If you come in from the front, like I'm coming across and then through the back, if you come in from the front and you go to start tightening it up, it'll loosen itself off. If you come in from the back and you start tightening it up, the leather will actually pinch the rope and hold the tension you've already put on it. So just keep alternating, starting from the same side each time. So again, from the left to the right, from the back to the front. From the left to the right, from the back to the front. Then after you've got 4 or 5 holes laced, you can actually just start tightening up the first couple. It'll just hold this in place. And then now that it's kind of in place, you can just continue lacing down. After you've done 4 or 5 more, and then you can just kind of start forming it. I continue to make it kind of want to take that shape and tighten up a few more holes. As you're doing this, you kind of want to center it like where you want that seam to be. So now you're down 7 or 8 holes. You can actually feel, you might be able to see there's a bulge here, a little one here. And if you actually just kind of grab the whole thing and put pressure on the bulge and give the whole thing a twist, those bulges will sit down, and then you can put some more pressure. So then just keep lacing it all the way to the bottom, making sure to center this seam wherever you want it to be. And if you get any more of those bulges, just do the same thing, grab onto it, put some pressure on it, and just give the whole thing a twist. It's easier to not tighten each one, like do them in little segments. Like you can open it up, it's a lot easier to work with when it's like this. But if you start running out of line, you might have to tighten up a few more just to get some more slack. So you got all the holes laced, and then just work your way down, tightening them up. You want them to be pretty tight, but you don't want to pull so hard that you're breaking the leather or the cordage. They're both pretty tough, but if you're getting in there with a pair of pliers and reefing on it, then and just keep on kind of centering it and dressing it as you go down. So you get to the bottom and just finish it with whatever knot you like, cut it off. It's pretty a simple process, but I just wanted you to know about those bulges in the back and how to get rid of them, because it had me kind of frustrated when I first started making these.